Yep, here we are, another evening in the garage. I got a haircut, as you can tell. Like, woo, getting back to some of those good old Marine Corps days. Reset to. So if we go over to no, there we go. So if we look at the base of the F1, oh gosh, hold on. Base of the F1. That's me talking. Pop out chat. Up here, make that gigantic, etc., etc. I know my workbench looks like an absolute disaster, but we're gonna make this big real quick. Because, God, this really annoyed me. So you see I have a set of calipers here. And it's like, it is down here at the base, we're looking at 140. Move that over. So down at the base, we're looking at like 145 mil. Versus up here, we're looking at over 150 mil. And so there's this like very, very gradual tapering angle. And so it's like when I printed my jigs to get my rotary tool to sit the project I'm working on for those, whiskey drinking classes, as soon as I put this jig, it's not square to the unit because of this silly taper angle they put on it. And so now I'm gonna have to go back and like remanufacture or redesign this jig to account for that angle, which is it's annoying. How to put it? It's annoying that there is that minor taper angle that they have on the machine. I don't know why. I wish they just made it square, but there are some other things that I have issues with the X tool, and especially because my calibration laser is non-functional, which aggravates me. But that's just me complaining out loud. But man, it's so right now we're gonna work on correcting those issues with the unit. So let me turn that off. Let me go back over here. Okay, so this is the design we just had for the quick jig, and I didn't put any pictures on it because I just wanted to test, and that was all fine and dandy up until the point where I realized that it is not square because I generated this off of the assumption that the base was literally square, and I don't know why I didn't calibrate it, but we're going to turn off the bodies because when I look at this, I look at that one run, and that one run is 155, but that 155 accounts for a little bit of a lip, and that lip is right here. So if we inspect this lip, that's 8.5, and so 155 minus 8.5 is where we're at. So, mental math, I just don't want to do it right now. 155, 8.5, which means we're at 146.5. So 146.5 matches up kind of with the leading edge. And so the leading edge where we were at, if we went to where the first tick mark is on the X tool build plate, that first tick mark, and this is just not even aligning it as best as I could, is 146.3. So 146.3. So we're kind of all right. But we need to account for that silly taper angle from 150 to, or 146 point whatever to 150. And so I realistically only need to take it back to the fourth set of screw holes. When I take it back to the fourth set of screw holes, that's 149 flat guesstimate. So realistically, we need a 146.5 to 149 flat. And that should square it with the base. So, yeah. So we're going to work on a sketch real quick, and we're going to turn this off. So this is our original base, which is fine. We might need to extend it out ever so slightly, but gosh, this, yeah. Should I edit that sketch or should I not edit that sketch is the question. And so I need it to be the opposite. So we need to be looking at it from this angle, because this would be the motor, this is the angle, the throw angle, and then the cup for the, or the whiskey or the bourbon sippy cup would be here, with laser energy getting dropped into it. So we'd want to work it from this side. And so what we would want is inspect from here to here. That's 146.5. That's fine. All right, we need to change this angle. What do we want to do? Increase this side. Sketch. And so what we need to do is we need to create a line that can anchor off this point, but this is going to go out to 149 flat. One, 149 flat. Right. There. And then we need to do 8.5 on. But what we need to realistically do is need to take this line and edit it to this point. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw a line from here to there, here to here. So now that we've closed it, we can extrude that. And so this is our new angle. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and we're going to modify this one now. And we're going to get rid of that line. that line. And so what we can probably do is we can probably view this one. Turn it on. Gotta go back in time. So this we'll finish sketch, and what we're gonna do is we're just gonna drag this out and we're gonna just adjust it. So we're going to create. We're going to press pull, and we're gonna rip this. No, come on, rip that out. Cut that. Cut that. Turn back on our sketches, and now we're going to is the I don't remember what the distance is for this. So let's inspect this real quick. There to there. Inspect. 6.5. Perfect. 6.5. Pull this out. Extrude. Negative 6.5. Okay. I'm going to join it. And then I'm going to bring this up to here. I mean, we don't need to do anything past that. We could literally just taper this thing out and it'd be fine. But depending on print orientation, so that should take it on the taper angle, and then I can just get dropped right in. And add orientation, and done. Okay, there we go. Perfect, beautiful, love it. Okay, now save this guy. Sure, that's fine. Export. And so this is a little ramp. This could be V2 of the ramp. And export STL. Sure. Jump into OBS Studio right quick. Sip on some cold frosty beverages from Mission Ready Brewing. Load new V2. Auto it. Sure. That's fine. 3 hours. All right, so let's go down. Let's change that from gyroid. And we'll run cubic slice. See what we have now. 2 hours. Good old grid. 3 hours. Excuse me. Gosh. 0.24 strength. 6 wall loops. 3 wall loops, 4, 3 top shell, 3 bottom shell, 15, no, we can go 10. I don't need this. This is literally just a jig. Hour and 49 minutes. Done. Which means we can test it tonight. Alright, so we'll get this going on machine. Alright. So that should help solve some of the issues we're having. Now understanding that there is a taper angle on that base plate, which is rather annoying. Oh my gosh, what do we work on next? It's like I have got to work on tearing apart the Gen 1 megapythons and converting them over to Gen 2 megapythons. And I suppose that I could have worked on that. So I got 2 units I got to modify. We need to get back up at the house, especially for like my large format spools. Man, having the capability to run like 5 and 3 kilo spools is really critical to, you know, production throughput, especially keeping costs low. But again, this is all kind of like exploratory learning, which is fun. I really enjoy it. I might say that for another night, though. But I do need to work, because I need to work on some billing for some of the clients that I've already done work for, that I have not put time and effort into. Because, man, I like creating, but gosh, I hate billing. It's so terrible. I like creating things to make money, but I don't like making money. How backwards is that? Anyway, yeah, that's probably it for tonight. It's just like working through those little quick design changes, but that'll work. Oh, wait, hold on. I want to stop this actually because I forgot. This is set. That's going to reduce the time too. It's because there's a silly raft on this thing. I don't want a raft. Tower, skirt, port, default raft layers. 0. Let's resize that now. Hour 45, perfect. Print. Machine 2, send. I don't know why there was a raft on there. I think it's because of the materials that I was choosing for a job, and it was just like bound to this part. The profile for the point had 2-4 strength. Oh, either just they can go around the build plate. And then I sit here and I second guess myself, making sure it's like, oh, did I actually did I put the taper at the right thing? And it should be. It should be shallower at the front and wider at the back. See that base off the curve. Call it a day. Yeah. I mean, it's like what this jig is for is the rotary assist tool. In order for me to cant the bourbon sipping glasses so that I get a better uniform shape for engraving, I need to have it at this 9-degree cant angle in order to get the laser energy to like cascade appropriately for the surface, because the F1 doesn't have some of those newer, smarter features with like the F2 or the F2 Ultra that allow for it to compensate for curvatures, especially curvatures with a rotary tool. Because curvatures with a rotary tool is kind of tricky. But yeah, really good results so far. I think the one in the house is the actual like production. I'm just waiting for the folks over at Web Screenworks to uh, get back into the office, which should be Friday, in order to finalize details, and then probably stream my full live production batch on Friday into Saturday, and Saturday into Sunday, and then Monday back to delivery or something like that. I don't know. I got to work like a free half barrel of like a hard seltzer or Webs, like IPA in there in the mix. But I'm working on some stuff for Mission Ready, which is I'm all about barter systems and getting paid in beer because well I like it and I prefer chatting and dealing with clients and customers versus you know yeah I digress. Oh, we got to get back into some AI model generation and working on a few things here out of the garage. It's like it's actually cold, but the garage is actually nice and pleasant. It's actually colder in the house than it is in the garage right now. Oh man, this is me just talking to myself while I sip lots of beer. Talk to a computer. I love computer. Who knows? Maybe we'll let the property hit the book too long instead of using it as a model to reduce tax. Maintenance of printers, belts, lubricate some ball screws. Do, do, ba-do-ba-do, do, 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 do. Anywho, I got another what I need to check is I need to check the angle. If we go from here to here, which changes. Got it. Here, Post number 46. Fine. So with the first. Oh boy. Me just jabbing along. So anyway, we will catch you guys later. I'm gonna go work on a couple of projects right now that will be off camera because there are design stuff for another client, and then we'll catch you guys later on.